Good morning, my dear students. Today is 14th of May 2020, and this will be my first video lectures. And our topic for today will be page replacement algorithm, which is under a Unit 3 virtual memory, and it is a first of all, it is a virtual memory techniques. Okay, page replacement algorithm is a virtual memory techniques. So I will cover FIFO today, FIFO. Okay, and I will explain a little bit about why we need a uh, mm, page replacement algorithm. Okay, uh, for this slide, there are a lot of slides here. So I will not be explaining all of this slide because I already gave you a note regarding this. Okay, so but I will have a quick recap regarding why we need a why we need a page replacement algorithm, so that we can have a better understanding of these topics. Okay, I'll start my explanations from slide number 18. I will upload this slide to your Moodle's account later. So why do we need for a page replacement? Okay, why do we need a page replacement? uh, we can say that a program is composed of function calls and so many things. Okay, so those things are chopped off into a block. Okay, we can say that we call it as a page, so that it has a different method. Okay, so the question is, why do we need a page replacement algorithm, or why do we need a page replacement? uh, Keep in your mind that it is a technique of virtual memory. So as we can see here in the diagram, as we can see from from the diagram, this is we can say that this is a uh, hard disk. Okay, hard disk, or uh, secondary storage, and this is a RAM. We can say RAM. Okay, RAM. And we can say that this true logical memory is nothing but CPU. Let's say CPU. Okay, so the computation power of the CPU is very fast as compared to this true here. So we need a techniques call in order to overcome this situation. We have a RAM. Okay, but the RAM is composed of a very, what is that, we have only 2 GBs of RAM, or like nowadays it's around 32 GB maximum for 64-bit, I think. And now 16 GB of RAM, yes, a little bit more. So for example, okay, before explaining this one, for example, suppose you are playing some movies in VLC. Okay, VLC. So you just forward to some point. Okay, some point. At that moment, when you click that particular what can you say, uh, point, there will be a buffer. There will be a buffer. Buffer means yes, it will be slowing down a little bit during at that moment of time. At that moment of time, what occurs is, what things are occurs is, uh, the data are not yet in the RAM. Okay, so it will try to fetch the data from the hard disk, from this main part, from this, and then copy it to the RAM here, RAM, and then communicate with the CPU. Okay, so when you click it at the right moment, there will be a little bit slight buffer. Okay, that is nothing but copying that particular data from the hard disk to the RAM, to this RAM, and then to the CPU. That is the moment of time. Okay, that moment of time is takes a buffer because of this region. Okay, so for this page replacement algorithm, let's get into our topics again. So suppose uh, suppose I want to load this M here. M, this is let's say a part of the data. Okay, I load it here in the RAM, and the address for that one is 4, right? 4. So 4 is in your page table. Okay, this is the page one, the communication between the RAM and the CPU. Okay, page 4 is here. It says that it is valid. Okay, it valid. So so the algorithms will try to communicate with the CPU. Okay, I mean the OS, the operating system, the algorithm, we can say. So it will try to find 4 here, but there is nothing 4 here, so there will be a mismatch. Okay, this is nothing but a mismatch. Miss is occurs. Okay, miss is occurs. So this is the communication is not a valid one, so you cannot copy anything at all. It will crush the systems. For this reason, it will crush the systems, and then it will have it will have a problem, because this particular M is in nothing but in a 1. Okay, here, or 1. So the thing is, these have to be communicate one another. Okay, it should be 4 here. If we put 4 here, it will not be, it will have an smooth communication between these two. Okay, it will load this M can be loaded in the CPU, right? So yes, here that things occurs like this here. So when you try to load it, okay, so this is the RAM, this is the victim. Okay, so this memory, the RAM of this physical memory is full, already full. So you try to put something, try to swap in. Okay, you try to put in here, so there is no space. Okay, space here. Well, what we can do is, you have to swap out this one to the hard disk. Okay, hard disk, and then there will be a space, right? There will be a space. Okay, so what the computer do is, as soon as it is swapped out and it goes to this memory, particular memory location is changed. Okay, change, and it is ticked as invalid for now. Okay, before it was F here. Okay, F, before it was F, but we swapped out and everything, the memory is remapping. Okay, remapping. And then when new values are swapped in, okay, swapped in there, the address will be regenerated. So new address will be here, and it will be valid because F is here. The address of this one is F here, F. So this is a reset page for table for new page. Okay, okay, let's okay, page fault is very important. Why there can be a possible of page fault. The main functions of paging are performed when a program tries to access the pages that are not currently mapped to physical memory RAM. Okay, this situation is known as page fault. When that particular memory is not there in the physical memory in the RAM, it is called as a page fault. Okay, that is nothing but a page fault. And because as I have mentioned earlier, our RAM is very limited. For that reason, we need a page replacement algorithm. Okay, let's start with FIFO. In FIFO, uh, pages in my memory are kept in a list. Okay, in the list, newest page is head and the oldest is tail. First in, first out. The first one who get in will be the first one to get out. Okay, here in FIFO algorithm. Okay, this will be our questions. We will have a we will have three frames, so three pages can be in memory. So our RAM will be okay. This is let's start with our example. Here our RAM is it is only 3 frames. This can be composed of only 3 frames. So let's say 3 MB, right? 3 MB. So 3 MB we have. So how many programs we have to enter? So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There are 12 programs that is to be done. Okay, but we have only 3 MB, so it is not impossible. It is we need a technique called page replacement algorithm. So we'll use this one. So in the FIFO page replacement algorithm. uh, when it occurs, it will try to 1, 2, 3. Okay, these three are here. These three are put in here, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this is a time. Okay, this is a time. These are just this is how it occurs. Okay, it doesn't mean that it is multiplied. These blocks are multiplied. It is not multiplied. Okay, these are the time. In a time something, these memories are loaded. Okay, so if there is nothing in the page before, it will be page fault. F, let's say. Okay, F, page fault. Okay, so when we try to move this one part, okay, the memories our memories are already full, right? Already full, and you cannot put anything here. So FIFO will do is that the first one will come in, will be the first one to get out, right? Let's count 1, 2, 3, right? This is 3. 1, 2, this is only 2. 1, this is only 1. So what we will do is it will put here 4. Okay, in the next time 4, 2, and 3. Because FIFO will try to will count. Okay, so in the next slide 4, 2, 1, as I have said. So 1, that is not a page, that is a page fault. That is a page fault, or you can say 1, 1, 1. Okay, for the next slide. So for the next slide, we need 1, right? 1 here. 1 is our remaining time. So which one we will do? We'll use FIFO, right? We'll start counting again. 1. Here only 1. So here 2. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. No. Here 2 only. So which one is the biggest one? This one, right? 3. So what we'll do is in the next iteration it will goes 4, 1, and 3. For 1 and 3, and the page fault will be increased by 1. Okay, so as I have said, for 1, 3, right? For the next one, 2 is not here, right? 2 is not here. So which one will count again? 1, 2. No, this one is only 1, 2. Here only 1. 1 is only 1. And 3, 1, 2, and 3, right? So here what we'll do is 4, 1, and 2, right? And here it will be plus 1 because it is a page fault. So in the next iterations, what we will do is this 5. Okay, 5 is not here. For 1, 5 is not here, so we'll start counting again. 1, 2, 3. this one is 3, 1 2, this one is only 2, 1 only this one, this is only 1. So what you'll do is 5 5 1 and 2, right? It will be plus 1. This is also a page fault. So 5 1 and 2. Okay, in the next iterations our aim is 1, right? 1. So 1 is here. It is a hit, page hit. So page hit occurs, so you don't have to change anything. Yeah, it will come again 5 1 2. You don't have to change it. You don't have to add here also, because this is a page hit occurs 5 1 2. So for the next slide, 2 is also still here, right? So 2 is here. We don't have to swap out anything because you can reuse it. So 2 is here. So the next will be 5 1 2 again. It will be, this is a page hit, no need to increase this one. So for the next one, we have 3, right? 3 is not here, so I'll start counting again. 1, it is only 1 here. 1 2 3, 3 times. 1 2, only 2 times. The biggest one is, the oldest one is 3, right? So 5 3 2 will be here, and this will be a page fault. It will start counting here 1. Okay, for the next slide, 4, where 4, no 4 is here, so start counting again. 1 2 times. 1 1 2 3, 3 times. So this is the oldest one, so it will be 5 3 4, 5 3 4, right? So it will be increased here, and in the last moment we have 5 here, so 5 is present here. You don't have to, this will be page hit. So that is the answer. There is always a questions, the hit ratio, we can say. The question is to ask what is the hit ratio and the page, how many page fault. Okay, so as it is written here, there are 9 page fault out of 12, right? So the page fault ratio will be divided by 9. Okay, so the hit ratio will be hit ratio. Okay, hit ratio will be, how many hits are there? 9 10 11 12. There are 3 page hit, right? 3 by 12. 3 by 12. If this result will be the hit ratio. Okay, hit ratio, which will be 3 divided by 12 is 0.25. 0.25 is the hit ratio for this FIFO. Okay, so this is that is how FIFO execute. Okay, and the questions, there will be, I want you to solve one questions, and that is, if excuse me, so if you please solve if there are let's say 4 frames. This is only 3 frames. Suppose there are only one more frames, then the answer will be different. So please solve that one. Solve yourself. It is very easy, and that is the lesson for today. Thank you.